Grief is a universal human experience, and for INFJs, it can be a particularly intricate and emotionally charged journey. Here's a video about how INFJs tend to navigate the complex terrain of grief. 1. Intense emotional processing. INFJs are highly attuned to their emotions and those of others. When confronted with grief, they often experience a profound and intense emotional response. They may find themselves overwhelmed by sadness, anger, or a mix of complex feelings. This emotional intensity is a natural part of their grieving process. 2. Empathy for others. Empathy is a cornerstone of the INFJ personality, and it takes center stage when they encounter the grief of others. Here's a deeper exploration of how INFJ's innate empathy influences their response to the grief of those around them. When INFJs witness someone else's grief, they experience a profound understanding of the emotional turmoil that person is going through. Their empathetic abilities enable them to step into the other person's emotional world, sensing the depth of their pain and sorrow. INFJs offer a compassionate presence to those who are grieving. They understand that sometimes, the most meaningful support is simply being there for someone, listening without judgment, and providing a safe space for the expression of emotions. INFJs excel at active listening when others are grieving. They pay close attention to not only the words spoken but also the unspoken emotions behind them. This empathetic listening fosters trust and encourages the grieving person to open up and share their feelings. INFJs are non-judgmental in their approach to supporting those in grief. They recognize that everyone's grieving process is unique and that there is no right way to grieve. This acceptance allows individuals to feel safe and understood in their grief. Whether it's a comforting word, a hug, or simply a shoulder to cry on, INFJs are adept at offering the specific type of comfort that each person needs. They intuitively sense how to provide solace to someone in their moment of sorrow. INFJs validate the emotions of those who are grieving. They acknowledge the pain and sadness without trying to diminish or dismiss it. This validation is a crucial aspect of their empathetic support, making the grieving person feel heard and valued. INFJs offer ongoing emotional support to those who are grieving. They understand that grief doesn't have a set timeline, and they are willing to be there for their loved ones as long as needed. Their commitment to providing consistent emotional support is a source of strength for those in grief. INFJs often express their empathy through acts of kindness. They may cook meals, run errands, or provide other forms of practical assistance to alleviate some of the burdens that come with grief. These thoughtful gestures show their commitment to helping others during difficult times. INFJs encourage self-care and self-compassion in those who are grieving. They understand that it's essential for individuals to take care of themselves both emotionally and physically during the grieving process. This gentle guidance promotes healing and resilience. INFJs, through their empathy, can provide a glimmer of hope to those who are grieving. Their ability to deeply understand and connect with others can help individuals see that they are not alone in their pain and that there is the potential for healing and growth. 3. Private mourning. Despite their empathetic and compassionate tendencies, INFJs often prefer to process their grief in private. They may retreat into solitude to reflect, mourn, and make sense of their emotions. This inward journey is a way for them to find healing and clarity during difficult times. 4. Artistic expression. Many INFJs turn to creative outlets as a means of processing their grief. Whether through writing, art, music, or other forms of expression, they find solace in channeling their emotions into creative endeavors. This creative process allows them to make sense of their feelings and find catharsis. 5. Seeking meaning. Grief is an incredibly challenging and complex emotional journey, and INFJs, with their introspective and empathetic nature, often embark on a quest to seek meaning in the midst of their sorrow. Here's a closer look at how INFJs approach the search for meaning during times of grief. INFJs are naturally introspective individuals. When faced with grief, they turn inward to reflect on their own emotions and experiences. This introspection helps them gain insight into the profound impact of loss and the ways it has shaped them. INFJs tend to ask profound questions about the nature of life, loss, and human existence. They seek to understand the deeper reasons behind the events that have caused their grief. This search for meaning often involves contemplating the purpose and significance of life's challenges. INFJs view adversity, including grief, as an opportunity for personal growth. They believe that navigating difficult experiences can lead to self-discovery and personal transformation. They actively seek lessons and insights that can help them grow as individuals. Grief prompts INFJs to reevaluate their priorities and what truly matters in life. They may reassess their goals, values, and relationships, choosing to invest their time and energy in areas that align more closely with their newfound understanding of what is meaningful. Many INFJs channel their emotions and search for meaning through creative outlets. Writing, art, music, and other forms of creative expression become vehicles for them to convey the depth of their grief and their quest for understanding. These creative pursuits often serve as a cathartic release. INFJ's search for meaning helps them build resilience. They recognize that finding purpose in their grief can be a source of strength. This resilience enables them to cope with future challenges and continue their journey with a sense of purpose. INFJs often find meaning in their grief by connecting with others who have experienced similar loss. They seek out support groups, forums, or communities where they can share their stories, offer empathy, and draw inspiration from the resilience of others. Grief can inspire INFJs to perform acts of compassion and kindness. They may engage in charitable work, volunteering, or supporting causes related to the type of loss they have experienced. These actions provide a sense of purpose and contribute positively to the world. INFJs place a higher value on their relationships after experiencing grief. They recognize the importance of deep connections with loved ones and actively work to nurture and strengthen these bonds. This deepening of relationships can bring a profound sense of meaning and fulfillment. Some INFJs turn to spirituality or philosophical exploration as a means of seeking meaning in grief. They may delve into their beliefs, practices, or faith to find answers or solace. This spiritual journey often provides a framework for understanding the greater purpose of life's challenges. 6. Supporting others. INFJs often take on the role of a supportive pillar for their loved ones who are grieving. They offer a compassionate ear, a shoulder to cry on, and words of wisdom when needed. Their ability to empathize deeply allows them to provide genuine comfort and understanding to those in mourning. 7. Long-term processing. Grief is a process that unfolds over time, and INFJs understand this well. They recognize that healing takes time, and they may revisit their grief periodically, reflecting on their emotions and finding new ways to cope and grow. 8. Growth through adversity. INFJs see adversity, including grief, as an opportunity for personal growth. They are resilient individuals who often emerge from their grief with a heightened sense of empathy, a deeper understanding of life's complexities, and a greater appreciation for the beauty of human connections. 9. Compassionate advocacy. Some INFJs channel their grief into advocacy and support for causes related to loss, bereavement, or mental health. They use their own experiences to drive positive change and offer solace to others who are navigating similar journeys. In summary, INFJs approach grief with a profound depth of emotion and a strong desire to understand and navigate its complexities. Their empathetic and introspective nature guides them through the grieving process, allowing them to find healing, support others, and ultimately emerge from their grief with a deeper sense of compassion and resilience.